Hello, it's Captain Jim for the Monopoly Project. We're here on Val Vista Lakes. We're going to do our August floating book reviews, the books we read in August. Of course, this is the Monopoly Project yacht. Every successful real estate agent has a yacht, and this is Monopoly Project. Unfortunately, it's the Bikini Girls' day off, so you just have me at sunset here on Val Vista Lakes. And so we're going to go over 5 books that we read. Before I go to the books, I want to give a shout out to one of our readers, Peter, who made some constructive criticism, some positive, but some also criticism, which was well-founded. And so we're going to take his advice, and if you see any improvement in these videos, you can thank Peter when you see him next time. In any case, like I said, we're floating on the on Val Vista Lakes here. It's finally cooled down. It was in the hundreds forever. Now it's in the 90s, and it's much nicer. We even had a lot of rain. So we have 5 different books today. The first 2 are science fiction books. The next one is a travel log of a guy who's moved to rural France. It's very entertaining. And then the fourth one is a reminiscence of Ernest Hemingway's life in Paris in the 1920s as told through his wife's eyes. And finally, the last one, of course, is our Alaric Bond British Navy stories that I really like. I think this is the 13th one. So in any case, let's adjust our course, and then I'll be back with the first set of book reviews. Thank you. Hello, it's Captain Jim for the Monopoly Project. We're doing our floating book reviews for the books we read in August. You can see we're finally on our last book, at least in this of the 5 we had. And this one, of course, is Sea Trials by Alaric Bond, written in 2019, 260 pages. You know, this is the 13th book in the series, and I've reviewed all of them. And so, you know, I really like the book, and I really like this one. In fact, I think he's getting even better in plot, and he's also getting better in putting interesting facts in the whole book. And I'll mention a couple at the end of this short review. But in this book, Lieutenant King, I guess he's now promoted to captain, is separated from his ship, which leaves without him, and he's also separated from he ends up going on another boat with his wife, and she's not really his wife, Amy, because he's already got a wife, but he's sort of got a common law marriage with her. And so he finally finds his ship, and of course fights a bunch of very successful battles, but in the meantime he loses his wife. Amy disappears, and all indications say she's dead. And of course we know that this is a feel-good book, so when he finally lands back at port, it turns out she's miraculously alive and she was saved, and so all is well. But I really like these stories because he does a really good job of, he's always got 2 or 3 good battle scenes, and of course the good guys always win. But it's a very entertaining, to me, very entertaining. And of course, like I said in the previous reviews, he also highlights not just the officer corps, but the guys, lower down, the working seamen and everything. So the two things, like I said, that he introduces topics. In this one he introduces 3, but I just wanted to highlight 2 of them. One, he talks about smock weddings, which was kind of an interesting concept, that in those days, that if a woman got married to a man, all the property that she owned became his, and she had nothing. But more importantly, if she had debts, all the debts transferred to him too. So if you had a lot of debts, you basically couldn't get married because nobody would want to take your debts on. But there was a way around it, which it isn't clear whether it was actually legal or observed, called the smock wedding. And the idea is if the woman gets married when she's naked, then she has nothing and she has no debts. And I don't quite understand the legal reasoning, but anyway, they use it as a plot. He uses it as an interesting, fun plot device in the story. And so then the other one I wanted to mention is he brings up the subject of John Clerk. And John Clerk was a English businessman around that time, and he was a businessman, but he also was the first one to apparently look at naval tactics in the age of sail. And so he actually wrote a book which was which was the basics of naval tactics. Because, like I said, they engage in a few battles and win, and some of it is based on Clark's work. What's the best way to win a battle. So, in any case, like I said, I recommend this. Obviously, you knew that because this is the 13th book in the series, and there's one more called Lone Escort, and I actually have started reading it. But I'll leave that for next. But yeah, in any case, I definitely recommend Sea Trials. I think I'm down to the last book. There might be one more that he wrote after that. He's written a lot of other books in different genres, so I might look at those when I run out of these. But in any case, that's Jim for the Monopoly Project. Like I said, we're on Val Vista Lakes, and we're headed home. We're headed to home port. So we'll catch you on the next set of book reviews. Thank you.